Good day everyone. Today I'm gonna review the body Aesthetic by Niramyth, and it's a mesh body. It's a full complete body as well, because you have the head and the body, and recently it just has been released, the version 1.9, an update for the body in last April, and the mesh itself is fairly nicely done and not so complex. The complexity of the mesh, the weight of the mesh, as you can see, is around 2600. I'm wearing also the pants and the eyes. They are not included in the folder, so that's why it just increased the number of the complexity here. But anyway, this is fairly low weight mesh, so it's good with you to go with. Seems like you will likely not have so many lag there, due to the mesh itself is not so heavy. It's not so complex as we see in the video here. So today I'm wearing Enzo, and the body sold separate than the Smith one. So there is like two kind of body, but these seem kind of identical to me, except for the tone, the skin tone. But I will try to also review Smith in this video as well. So I'm starting with Enzo here, and the price of this body is around 2800 lindens. So you can just grab it from the store, or you can visit the store in World and try to get the mesh and buy it. What we can notice here, the muscles and the details. So it's a bulky kind of mesh body for men. If you enjoy this kind of looks, well, some do like it, some don't. But I will say this is very, very well done, because the artist himself, he just creates amazing other stuff as well. So I was very impressed by the texture and the structure of the body and the anatomy and the proportions. As we come later on, you can find this. Well, I'm wearing their shape, so I'm not wearing my own, because I'm not wearing my own bento. I'm wearing his own bento head diamond. So there's a bento head for this body, and also some bento hands here. So you can see that the bento is not available in the demo, because I'm wearing the demo, but it's available for you if you purchase this body. The HUD is fairly simple here, as you can see, minimized. This is the minimized version here, and also it comes with an AO, as you can go through the AO here. I moved the AO from the side to show it to you, so you can find that it has some stand here. Only this is the stand here pose that's included in the HUD, but I'm using my own AO, so that's why the avatar is moving as well as I'm doing the video, like moving the hands and stuff. So I'm wearing my pants, that also included in every video, because I like to keep my avatar dressed. So let me zoom in a little bit and show you around the body, so you can see the details here, because you cannot see from the word demo everywhere. But as you can see, the veins, the muscles over, and the nipples are not just rigged. Just that's the thing here. I'm just was not impressed by, because you can just make a rigged version of it, but you have the option to hide them as well, and don't worry, you have lots of add-ons you can just get on for this body. So this body is developed by Niramyth, so you can find mostly of the added stuff he makes in his store, and in the body you can find a note card that I will recommend that you go and visit his website. So I just took this URL and I paste it in my browser. So let me go through this, and you can just look. It's a fairly simple website here for Niramyth. You can see like the notation here. If he has done fixes for the body, you can find the check mark, and the green play button is for progress. This yellow one is for bending, so he works on it. And under constructions, so under consideration, if you have the suggestion or something, you can just talk to the person. I will give you the name of it. I'm sure it's gonna appear here somewhere. You can contact him, and then you can just give him some advice about some stuff you like or you don't like in this mesh. So it could be under consideration here. So for some developers, they suggest things for the creator. So, like I said, the 1st of April there was a release of the version 1.9. It's not in the demo, so when you purchase the body, you will get the 1.9 here. AQU, this is the person you can just contact in World, if I pronounced his name right, and you will find all the information that you need. So I will encourage you to go through the website. You can find the fixes and when was the fix release and the name of it. It's a good thing here to go through to understand what's going on with the updates. Like I said, the bento hands, so you get the bento animations and stuff. So like this is like static animation for the bento hand, but any third party HUD available that you purchased, it will work with the hands. So this is a fairly nice add-on as well. That's bento. This man is keen on upgrading and improving the mesh overall, so it's nice. And the bento head has animation, but the blinking animation is updated for all the bento heads that he's selling, like Joni, Rowan, Diamond. Yeah, that's one I'm wearing, not Diamond. I was mistaken. Diamond, Enzo and Smith as well. So I think that when you go to the store, when you buy the head, you have the static ones that comes with the Enzo or Smith. The bento one do not come in the package, so you need to purchase them. And I'm not able to remember the exact price, but it's around 1,000 lindens or more than that, if he has it sold in the store marketplace. I will check. And he has other stuff here, so you can go to the store, but no, I don't think so. The bento heads are not sold in the marketplace. They are sold in World store. So back to the site now. Moving on to the this is like a tutorial, aesthetic advanced mesh body, so you can just go to whichever body you have. They are the same price, and you can just select for the basic tutorial. It's going to talk to you about the HUD, what it contains. Let me go to the basic tutorial then, show you how it looks like. So when you open the basic tutorial, you have like advanced mesh body, avatar shapes. So it comes with 5 shapes included. Bento hand, that's the new feature. Bento head, extra skin, HD skin. Actually, he has like released some high definition skin for the body, and clothing layer, and SL matching head. If you're gonna one of the drawbacks that you can see here, that anyone who's gonna buy this mesh is gonna have the same looks for the head, so people are just bugged by it. And there is 2 solutions for you. Either you're gonna grab a catwa head and wear the Niramyth cuts in the head, but for myself it doesn't really look like it blended so well by catwa, but at least it's there if you want. and the other option is to wear your system head. And if you're gonna wear the system head, you will find that he's talking about the SL matching head. So he basically, you're gonna wear your body, and from the HUD select the alpha that covers only the body, not covers the head. And then in the folder with the matching head, you're gonna find some blends, like tones. You can apply it over the neck to cover and make the blend between the system head and the body more appealing to you. And the eyes is not included in the demo. I'm wearing my own. And clothing layer, which is the omega thing in this body that you can just get the omega for the clothing layer. So you can apply clothing which I don't recommend much when you're wearing a mesh body. The pliers looks like something painted on over your body. It's not like rigid. There's no real mesh, so it doesn't look so good. In my opinion. So I would recommend you to go and get some proper mesh, and you will find creator that's creating mesh for this amazing body. And the tattoo also, you have the developer kit. I will go through the developing thing. You can just go on the side. It's a well-made site. You can see it's very organized. You can select whatever category you want to go to, and if you want to read more, you're just gonna scroll down here and you read more about the body. So this is gonna explain the how. Let me zoom in a little bit for you to see it. So as you can see, I'm wearing it, but it's minimized in the back. But when you expand the HUD, you will find these features, either the colors or the alpha section. So this is 2 tabs for you, and this is for the information. And hence here you can find select part, either skin, tattoo, or nail. You can go through these selection from this button, and then you have like 4 selections here. One for the glow, the full body glow, and then one for Chinese and bumps effects. And you can just play with these different buttons with the selected part here. So keep in mind, some of them will work, some of them will not work. Like it's not going to work with the skin. Some of the features not going to work with the skin. They are going to work with the tattoo, and you will find some changes in the color section here. And then you have like the glossiness, glossy control. You can have it off, or 1, 2, 3, just 3 setting here. And then you have like the grayscale select. You are on the default one, and you can just make your tone get a bit darker, as you can increase the grayscale here. As we can see in the video, I will show that and demonstrate that for you. And then you have like the color tones. It has tons of tones. You don't have to worry about skins really, but I'm sure there are some creators that I have seen that made some skin for this body. You can just go also there and get it. But if you're gonna purchase the body, first of all, you don't need to get some skin unless you have seen something that you like. You want to stand out and be unique and be different. So I will encourage you to either make your own skin, or you get skin from a skinner. And then the last thing here in the color section, you have the wheel to choose from. So you can either enter your value for red and green and blue RGB values to select it your own manually, and also include the colors. Color here, you can include more shades and palettes to the colors that's available in the color tone. So moving on to the next section, and you can find every information here that explains how to change the color as well. And then moving to the second layer, the second tab I mean, you can find the alpha, and in the alpha you can find basic stuff. I'm gonna show you in the real HUD and the demo one. I will show you how to use it, but you can see the cuts for the body. It's well made. It's not something that changes a lot, I think. it's just fairly standard here for every version, I believe so. And you have like these pre-saved slots, like 5 slots to save. You can save your cuts, so it's gonna make it easier for your clothing to work with the body. And also he has included like some undies with the demo, so when I wear this item, it just auto hide my body. So I think there is a feature there available for you to, if you are a creator or a designer, you can just apply it like the auto hide for clothing layer and stuff. So it's just nicely done here. And like I said, I mentioned about the HD, the full high definition skin. You have this HUD to install more skins, and also you just fairly wear the HUD and click install. That's about it, and your skins will be installed. And these add-ons here is not available in the demo. I must highlight this area, so this part here and this facial hair, so these are not included in the demo, but when you get the full version, you will have these options available for you. The body hair, so you have this body hair section and also hair base section, and you can just control these from this HUD. And moving on to the next part, the avatar shape, and you can see that it has 5 standard shapes here. So if you like to fit clothing, so this is going to be helpful for you. And you cannot tweak the shape much, it's just non-modifiable, so I'm just wearing their own shape. But the head, when you get the bento one, you should be able to modify it, because this is what all bento is all about, to modify the head and make it your own. So talking about the bento hands, you have 18 hand poses, and you can have the controllers to move the hand, but like I said, any third party like Vista HUD or any HUD that's sold on Marketplace will animate the hand as well. Any pose that says bento is gonna work with the hand as well. And the bento head, so you can work and tint and change your head shape now because it's bento. And he recommends some advices he puts here. You can just read the note here about how to use the body, what to do and what you shouldn't do, stuff like that. So I will recommend to you that you just go through the website, read through it, and to make your experience good with this body, you need to understand how to manipulate some stuff and how to make it function for your own. So, and here is the wearing the SL head, or the system head, I mean, with the body. He has some recommendation for you for the shape, how to adjust it to your liking if you really want to make your own, so you can have like the proportion don't miss much of the head and the chin, so you're gonna have to keep them respectively to these values if you want to maintain like a decent look for the head, for your own experience, to not go deformed or not look so bad actually when you're wearing the head. So if you want to like to do that, so like I said, this is the Omega compatibility that's available in the Omega store. You can just go enrolled and just enroll in the group for 5 lindens and just purchase the Omega system applier for Niramyth for about 50 lindens. And if you want to go for the Niramyth store itself, and you're gonna get this Omega there, but for 99 lindens. So I would recommend that you go to the Omega store itself. It's gonna be like 40 lindens difference here. So this is more information here if you would like to visit the store or TP to the store, so you're gonna find this very useful here. And also support, you can select the customer service if you want to contact them, leave them something. So moving on to the body, let me show you what it does. So this is the area where I select skin, select parts. So I either skin, tattoo or nail. I can just go through these. I can just pick nail here. It's gonna change. You can fairly see that changes as well the tone, because these are for the nails, so that's why it changes. It's very nice. If I go back to skin, you can find loads of palettes with colors. You can just keep on going. You can add on to these if you like by adding. I just selected this tone and then click here to use, and then use or add. You will notice that I did add the selected tone I picked in these empty places. So, and sorry about the warning. I separate the scripts for myself to read what's going on when there is a warning or something. So that's why it pops up. And so the Fulbright, this feature I saw in the Slink HUD, so I was very impressed that I could find it in Niramyth as well. So Fulbright, you can find the body is glowing a bit. It's just a nice feature as well, if you asked me. If this is gonna turn on the night mode here. Let me change to night mode. As you can see, the body itself did not go dark. The head did, but the body did not, because I did enable the Fulbright. If I go normal here, you can see the effect here. So again, the glues, you can just apply the glues here, you can increase it. It will be visible for you if you enable the graphics to be high in your viewer, so you can see what's going on here with the gloosiness and how it's just going to affect the body. And you can switch it off as well. And then you have to go to the other section, the alpha, which is I'm very impressed by, because I like the part where you can just use it for the feet. So if you have some issues with the shoe, you can just select which area to hide. And this is something I haven't seen much done in the HUDs that's sold for the mesh heads, or the mesh bodies I mean, because you have the ability to hide your toes. This is so nice, and I haven't seen anything like that. Let me show you. So the toes I can hide, so, and the part of the rest of the foot, and this is something you can just go to the heel and hide it as well if it's popping out of the shoe. So this is a nice feature. The ankle is very well done here. And the arms basically selects both arms. If you are not gonna cover both arms, you can just go and deselect the parts that you don't want to cover. So as you can see, we'll click on the arms again to undo it. And if you are happy with that, you can save it here with the slot here. You can click on save, and it's done. That's all what's there. So if we can show all the body and then press load, there you go. So the save function is nice, and the load feature as well. You don't have to go like pressing on the save again to apply, and you have the popping window again to asking you if you want to apply it or not. So this is simply you're just gonna save and load. And as you can, if you notice this part, it should give you some info, but I think it pops up here and give you the info somewhere in the error debug scripting warning. I enabled it. That the thing is, it works here. It gives you more info. It's not much of the like the slink body. You have the help suggestion is gonna raise something to tell you what is that. And also this is a nice thing that you have the head included in the mesh. But since I'm not wearing the static one, I think this works with the static one, so you can cover the ear or the head. It's just nice. So I'm gonna try to wear the static head. Hold on. They came with the body, so you can see what I mean. So I'm gonna go here and just show you that I'm wearing the bento head. So I'm gonna take that off, take the fangs off as well. I'm just gonna go to Enzo and put on the head. It comes with it. It's not so much of a difference here, you can see. And I'm wearing also the HD skin. Let me bring it in here. Okay. So like I said, the eyebrows not included in the demo, nor the facial, but the hair base you can select, and it works fine with this static one, because that's what it was meant to be. And you have like the body hair on as well. You can just click install the skin, the HD skin. So as you can see, let me try to do the head now. Yes, like I assumed, it just works with the static one. I'm not sure if the bento one has like that feature enabled, or the HUD will be working with the bento one. I don't know. I didn't try that, but you can just cover the head completely, also the neck, and you can see that it did cover them. So you're gonna find this is usually the thing here when you're wearing this mesh body. That's the cut for the head itself. The catwalk cut works fairly and blends not so perfectly, but it works. Like with this cut, you can see this is a different cut than any other mesh, because the neck is just part of the head, but that's something that Niramyth did for his own, so it's unique. And I'm trying to just undo the parts that are hidden. Anyway, so this is about it for Enzo. I'm gonna try to show you Smith. I hope Smith. Let me try to take off right, left foot, Enzo head, left, right hand, lower and upper body. That's what comes. They are just sold like that. They are just like this. I'm trying to put on Smith, so I'm gonna wear the right, left, and yes, I like to add them instead of wearing right away. Although I'm not wearing anything that's gonna be replaced by the word, the item when I wear it. But I like to keep it as it is. I like to add on stuff because I'm reading, going through what's there and applying that. Anyway, so that's the body, and we forgot the head, I think. Smith head. As you notice, the tone is different, but the same, and the head looks different to me as well, a little bit when it reses, but the looks fairly the same to me. Not so much different, not a huge difference, because I'm not wearing the HUDs that came with it. Let me try to get Smith HUD, and let me remove the AO and the HUD and try Smith. color, and the boxer I'm not gonna wear, but the yellow I'm gonna wear as well, so you can find they are fairly simple, the same thing. There you go. It's not much here because it's a demo, so like I said, but you can see they are fairly identical. There's not much difference here in this thing. If I go to alpha layer, I'm gonna try to put the cuts back on because it appears through my clothing, so I'm just gonna hit save and that's it. The alpha configuration is saved simply as that. So basically it's the same thing. You don't have to worry about the thing. If you understand Enzo, you can fairly play with Smith as well. Like I said, these features, you can hide the nipples and unhide them. That's a good thing if you're gonna cover the chest. If you have something that you want to wear that covers only the chest, you can just select the chest. Also, if the back is irritating you, can just cover the back as well. So it's fairly well done, I must say. I have to take my hat off for this creator and his designs and everything. So the shoes, yes, you can find the shoes for Niramyth or any aesthetic shoes. I have some here, so I'm gonna try to wear them. And you can see I did wear these feet with shoes, with different bodies, and like Jomo and my David by Narcotics. Yeah, I think Narcotics, if I pronounce it right, in X. David, that's the body I did the tutorial about. So this size of shoe is gonna fit nicely there. You can just see it fits. It's gonna works nicely, and you notice here that the feet are in the ground, so they have a fix for that. Just gonna grab the fix. I'm wearing Smith. I just simply go there and scroll down, and then you have the shoe platform. And there you go. Nothing here. Also with this link you can find this kind of thing, the platform for the feet, so you can wear it whenever there's an issue like that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. That's about it. You can find more information in the website. It's going to be included in the note card when you purchase the body, where to find it. And you can find the social media groups for this creator and just be part of it if you like. If you're going to take pictures, I encourage you to do so and post it in the Flickr group so others can see how you are using the body and how nice you are or happy you are with the body. So for any updates, if you have one version 0.17, you can just without going to the store, you can just wear the upper body and it's going to send you the updates if you haven't updated yet. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope to see you again soon.